Hello, everyone. Welcome to Psychedelic Friday. We are going to explore tonight through all of the various zodiac signs. So, for each and every one of you, we are going to explore what is hidden in ourselves that we do not face. We're not doing a dark reading tonight. We're doing an exploratory reading tonight. So we're trying to find the things within ourselves that need more exploration, things that are hidden deep within us that possibly, way deep within our core that could bring us some sort of satisfaction in our lives, basically. I was doing a lot of thinking the past couple days. I'm reading a really excellent book. I believe the title is The Greatness of Saturn by Robert. Oh gosh, I can't remember his last name. He wrote a really cool book on tantric arts, like real, real tantra, not breathing in and out and that sort of thing, like the actual practice of tantra. Vaboda or something, I believe is his last name. Anyway, I'll list it in the comments if anyone's interested. But he was I was just reading the introduction, and he was talking about the wisdom of elders and how they would pass down stories, right? And the importance of that, because when these stories were passed down orally and emotionally, they held vibration, they held power. Whereas these days, most of our stories come from Netflix or Instagram stories, or, you get the drift, right? So that's why certain mantras still hold such power, because when they've been repeated for eons, they hold that vibration, they hold that power. For example, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, right? It has like a power, because there's many people who repeat these mantras, so it adds power. So in our own lives, most of us in modern culture, we don't really have such powerful stories that are handed down to us that come again from an oral tradition and an emotional reverberance, behind them. So we get most of our stories again from modern television, music, things of that nature, which that's fine, but it does not hold the same deep power. So many of us go really through life with this sense of always feeling like something is missing. And I'm not here to say, oh, that's what it is. It's just, it is a common phenomenon. I think that we can all agree that many of us share, is just this weird sense of feeling like we are missing something within ourselves. So that's what I wanted to explore a little bit more tonight. But I alluded to that book introduction because I do feel that it has a little bit to do with that. I feel, these days, like, we, and not just these days, as in the 2000s. I mean, since the 50s, 60s, 70s, what have you. I feel like people have been trying to express themselves. And it's most likely because, again, there's not this sense of community through passed down oral type wisdom, heroes and stories and so forth. And I really get the sense that then it's like we're looking for some way to express ourselves or be great in some way, individually, and not so much on a collective level. So we're going to look into each sign and see what it is that, it's a general reading, but we'll see if any of this spurs anything deep within your core, something that possibly you have a very strong strength with, but you are unaware. Okay, so that is the theme for tonight. So we will start with Aries, and let's see what type of strength comes out for you, Aries. Something that could be a little more buried deep down, and something that is very powerful within you. Okay, so what do we have for Aries, please? Aries. And you can watch this for any placement: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever you like. What do we have for Aries that is hidden deep, deep, deep down, possibly unaware? that needs to be brought out. Thank you. Whew. The Tower. Wow. What a big card to start off with. Okay. Hold on. Let me get this camera angle so that we can see this. Okay. Okay, so we have some keywords on here. I may go to those, I may not. Let me take a look. Okay. Okay, so the Tower is basically known in tarot as a card of something that has not been built on a solid foundation will eventually crumble or burn, or, the tower will fall. Many of you have a hidden talent of being able to, and again, remember, these are not going to be like deep dark things, right? I'm just looking at things that you may have within you that you are not aware of. Okay, so you may have a talent for spotting very big issues with anything. Okay, so this could be in a psychological, maybe you're very good at pinpointing what people's issues are, and you're very good at pointing them out. This could be like literal things, like literally like with a building. Like you may have an extreme talent for noticing like danger points or things that aren't done properly, like in a building process. And that could be in any kind of structure, even just anything that's like manufactured. You may be able to really pinpoint what the crisis is, or what the crisis could be. So I feel like you have an ability to see dangers in things before they happen, if that makes sense. So I'm not exactly sure how you can use that to your ability, but that may be a very strong talent that you have. So I would imagine that could be extremely helpful in matters of business, because you may be able to foresee danger points in a business plan, for instance, that others do not see, and you may be able to pinpoint what could down the road become a crisis point if it is not addressed. So I feel like you have a very keen sense of danger. if that yeah, okay. So yeah, you have the ability to save people from ruin, to save them from disaster, to save them from upheaval. The issue, though, is I feel like if that's something that you feel, yeah, I do know that, because I tell like my my sister all the time that she shouldn't do this, or something like that. So if you're using that ability in that way, like you're trying to tell people like, oh no, don't go out with so and so, because I can see this is here's what's going to happen. I don't think that bodes well for you. Whichever word that is. I don't think that works well for you, because it's not like, this is more of a talent that is an innate talent, but it needs to be professionalized. Because I don't feel like people will just like listen to you. In other words, and it's a general reading, so I mean take that with a grain of salt. But I get the feeling like it's something that needs to be professionalized for you, because I feel like with this Knight of Swords at the bottom, that you may want to rush in and save someone, or you may want to rush in and say, oh my God, don't do this, because this is going to happen. And that, I feel, again, does not serve you well. And that makes sense, Aries, because Aries do like to just sort of rush, not rush into things, but the proverbial ram, right, butting the head against the wall, keep going, perseverance, that sort of thing. And I feel like that gets in the way, and it takes away from the professionalism is what I just keep getting in my head. So I don't feel like this means, oh, this is what you're missing in your life. You have to go become a professional that pinpoints dangerous things in something necessarily. I just think that it is a very strong talent and sort of something that you can give to the collective, but you have to do it in a way that is, well, you don't have to, but I'm just reading the cards. This isn't like my opinion. The cards is what I'm getting here. But it's like saying more that you need to do it in a way that is not with such restlessness or force or aggressiveness or like cleverly, especially like, so if it's individuals in your life that you're trying to talk to, you're trying to give them this advice or something like that, I feel instead of just saying, oh my God, no, you cannot do this because this will happen, and stop, don't do any more because this will happen, I feel like they're not going to listen to you. But if you cleverly take your time and you have that ability to cleverly communicate, you can save like a lot of people in your life, I feel, from many disasters. Interesting. Okay. Taurus, what do we have for you? So what do you have a deep talent at that you may not know that is useful for yourself and the collective, that will really kind of bring out more of you? Taurus, please. Taurus. And again, you can use this for any placement: sun, moon, rising, Mars, Venus, north nodes, whatever you like. Okay, Taurus. Taurus. Taurus, what is your hidden, deep down talent that could be excellent for you and the collective that you are most likely not fully aware of? Oh, wow. You got the Hermit. Beautiful. The Hermit. Sorry, I'm trying to get the, let me move the light just a little bit. I've got and I just hit the mic. I've got a pretty cool setup going here, but I want to kind of move the light a little. Okay, there we go. That's pretty good. So you have the Hermit. Wow, what a great card to pull, because the Hermit is wisdom. So, Taurus, more than you know, you have many of you probably know this if you have the Hermit. Let me see, what's your bottom card? Okay. 7 of Cups. Taurus, you have the ability to go within, really, like, you understand all wisdoms on, like, it's just a natural for you. You just naturally understand many types of different wisdom teachings. It's already, you've probably most likely already studied it in a past life. You've probably already been some sort of monk or wise, sage or a shaman or something along those lines. So you most likely already have experience with such. For some of you, maybe not. Maybe you haven't done that in a past life. Some of you, because again, this is something that could be hidden within you that you don't know. So for many of you, this could be time to wake up to this energy, because this is absolutely a calling card. The Hermit goes within the cave, metaphorically, sometimes literally. There's many a great seeker that have gone to the Himalayas to go visit the caves, Babaji's cave, or, whoever, just spending time in quiet solitude retreat. So that could be literal. It can also absolutely just be within your own mind cave. Really take the wisdom that you innately have or have learned. If you haven't really studied any of the wise masters, now would absolutely be a time to do so, because I feel like you, more than any, more than like the normal bloke, could really take this in very quickly. All right. So I would highly suggest, looking into the higher wisdom masters. You also have the ability then to take said wisdom after going within and pondering it and feeling a sense of inner truth and confidence. You are able then to come out of the cave and lead others. So that's where the collective part of this comes in. So the individual part of this is for you to go within, really soak up all of the wisdom that you can, and then your basic collective duty is to share said wisdom, light the lamp for others. Now, does that mean you have to go out and, become some sort of master who speaks to the masses? No, not necessarily. I mean, that usually the ones with the wisdom don't typically do that. I mean, they do, but yes, it could mean that, but it can also, we can light the lamp for others in many ways. All right, just by your example of how you live your life, speaking things with power can really affect others' lives, others in our lives around us, just by speaking something with power, some sort of words of wisdom, sharing with them some sort of, parable or something like that, instead of, because I'm getting the sense that you guys kind of know this, but that you may try to help others through, advice. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but I feel like what is really your hidden talent is to show others more by your example. So it's like a quiet wisdom that just by your reaction, or because some of you may be stuck in where you're wanting to like solve everyone's issues, or you become the sounding board for many, or something like that. And I feel like that's not necessarily the track that the universe wants you on, because you have such a deeper wisdom. And the hermit is a bit of a stoic in a sense, so I really feel like this is more about your quiet example and your strength example is helping. Like, that could help so many that you don't even realize just by being this person. So it's a pretty deep card. And not to mention, you have the Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And the Seven of Cups, I mean, it's got a lot of meanings, but the Seven of Cups can be one of the more higher spiritual cards as well. So I really feel like by coming from a place of the basic wisdom masters, that this is going to allow you to really expand, and especially in like when Pluto hits Aquarius, I feel, which is a few years, I feel like you are really going to have a lot of expansiveness. Like, take that basic traditional wisdom and really turn it into something pretty mind-blowing for yourself and others. Very nice, Taurus. Wow, very cool. Okay, Taurus. Let's see, Geminis. Okay, Geminis. So let's see what you may have as sort of a hidden innate ability, something that you possibly are vaguely aware of, but not super aware of. We're looking for more hidden things at this time. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. Yeah. So what could be sort of hidden within Gemini that is an ability for them? Geminis, please. That can be an individual power for the Geminis, but also add to the collective. Okay. Benefit, reward, gain, profit. Oh, all right. Let's see what this is about. I can't tell what card it is. Let's see. Oh, it's the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Oh, my light is like weird again. Hold on. Let me try to get my light so I can get a little more light on the card. It keeps wanting to go its own way. Let's see if I can get it to stay a little bit more this way. The Six of Pentacles. And more money. Look at that. Increase. New money. The card that fell out is the Eight of Pentacles. You have the Six of Pentacles. Wow. And the Ace of Pentacles. So something about teaching others about money, teaching others the idea of reciprocity. You are here to make money. I really feel like you have an ability to. And again, like I said, these aren't, I'm not doing these with the purpose of them being like deep readings or like, oh, it has to be spiritual or what have you. And money is spiritual. So, but it's like, I get the sense like you have a hidden talent of taking money and making profit. So like, in other words, possibly getting loans and then turning that into a very good business. Maybe you know how to help others do that. Like you may have a skill to help others increase their money. So financial advising could be something that you are extremely good at, talented at. And that can be individually rewarding and absolutely rewarding for the collective. We also have this like craftsman, gratification, prosper. There's something here, benefit, reward, gain. The other card, the Ace of Pentacles, had new money, profit, again, gain. So there's something here that you can help others. You have an ability also to help others reach their potential. So you may make a really, really good advisor in some way. Depending on who you are, that may sound like, oh, well, that's kind of boring. No, that's like amazing, because that is a beautiful gift to the collective for sure. I mean, I could, definitely benefit in that area. It would be nice to be able to have, not something you may take for granted, like that is just common sense to you. Realize that it's not common sense to everyone else. Okay. So it's like, I really think that you have this amazing ability innately within you to start your own business, to help others start their, maybe, I don't know if you have the ability to start your own. I'm not sure. That may be one, but you definitely have the ability to show others how to prosper and how to make money. And you probably have the ability yourself. I mean, in turn, you would, because it's all reciprocity. So yeah, you would have that ability for yourself also. So, yeah, and I feel this is very important for many of you, actually, to really realize this, because, I mean, 3 cards coming out of all the same message. So possibly believing in yourself more, that you could start your own business, that you are a craftsman, or that you are you could prosper at whatever type of business you would like to take on. It doesn't have to be a craftsman. It doesn't have to be artistic or creative or any of those things. It could be, but it could also, just be, your own business about, again, teaching people how to make money, or teaching people how to the flow of money and how reciprocity works. You know, when you when you give out money, you get back money. So it's like I feel like you have a very, very keen understanding of that deep down. But again, remember, these are things you may not know about yourself. That's the theme of tonight. So this may be something like you may be going, what? Oh my God, I'm so bad with money. But the thing is, this is, and it is a general reading, so maybe, you know, but this is saying that like deep down, no, you may not know, but you have a very keen way of again, either receiving, like if somebody gave you some money, like you would absolutely know what to do with it. If you start your own business, or you invest in something or something like that, like you know how to take that gift or that loan and turn it into something. And some of you, so that's one way, or some of you have this gift of being able to understand, again, the laws of reciprocity. Like when you give, you receive, and it just builds you up even more, because Six of Pentacles to Eight of Pentacles. I would say financial consultation, you know, would absolutely be something that would be featured here, or encouraging others how to start their own business that they can prosper. So those are the things that I see that are extremely good for you, and could really benefit you individually and, again, collectively. Let's look at that Ace of Pentacles also. Yeah, I feel like you have the ability to increase like anything. Like if somebody gave you $10, you know, it's like 6 hours later, it would be $100. You'd turn it into $100. I really feel you have this ability. So, and again, you may not know this. So that is, so if you don't, if it does kind of feel like, if you do kind of feel some kind of deep down truth to this, even though it's not apparent in your own life, I would highly suggest starting to learn more about money, starting to learn more about how money works, investments, things of that nature, learning how, you know, just basically the laws of reciprocity, studying anything to do, you know, technically and cosmically. I would definitely get into that right away, because I feel like you have the ability to take something and make something of it in a very prosperous way, and again, add to the collective, and possibly, you know, by your example, or by also just showing them. You can show them how to do that as well. So a lot of talent there. Beautiful. I like that, Gemini. That's pretty sweet. Okay, so Cancers. All right, Cancers. So let's see what we get for you. So basically, like the theme that we are doing, Cancers, is we are looking for things that may be hidden or latent, you know, within you, that you might be a little aware of, but not fully aware of, and some sort of talent or gift that it can benefit you individually, but also benefit the collective. So Cancers, please. Cancers. And any place, you can watch this for any placement. Cancers, please. What is the gift of Cancers? Like a hidden gift that they may not know that they actually have. Deep down, Cancers. Okay, thank you. Oh, you get 2 Cancers. Okay. I see the word ascension. Nice. Okay. Practical. Reliable. Oh, okay. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Wow. Cancers. Beautiful. So I picked 2 cards, right? And they're basically pretty similar. Okay. So a talent that you may have deep down from like eons, generations, ancestors, what have you, but you may not be fully exploring or fully aware of. Some of you have the ability to basically ascend. I mean, I have some, just personally, I have issues sometimes with that word because I think it's a little, sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes people kind of throw that word around and, like, oh, I'm woke, or oh, I'm ascending, or oh, I'm the, well, you know. Um, okay, so yes, I mean we all go through ascension periods in our life. I mean, ascension just means lifting up. Okay, so I'm just careful in saying this because I don't want to like float anyone's ego like too much or something because ascension. I don't know. I see like a lot of things on YouTube and it's like oh, my ascension process, or oh, my, this. And it's like, well, again, ascension just means lifting up. I mean, we're not actually. But then again, who am I to say? I don't know. I'm a pragmatic. Okay, so let me just say this, Cancers. I think you have a lot of amazing power hidden beneath, and that makes sense because Cancers, you are, the mother, the mother of the zodiac. So I mean, the cosmic mother, the earth mother, the ocean of bliss mother, so you have the innate ability to complete things in a karmic way, and probably in a practical way as well. So you have this hidden ability to reach this pinnacle, to reach this zenith by exercising good judgment, by seeing things through, by knowing that sometimes things, allowing things to come back to life. You have the ability to bring, okay, so there's something. You have the ability to bring something back to life also. So something that's on the brink of disaster, possibly, like if we just look at it in practical terms, I mean, it could even be like a business situation or something like that. Like you have the ability to bring something that's on the brink back to a good, ascension. So that is good. I'm giving you practical things. We're going to obviously go deeper because these are deeper things too. I'd say also too, you do have a great, some of you, because these could be two different groups, but these kind of go the same. I feel like many of you have an ability to lead, to manage. So again, I'm still in the practical. So you really have a hidden talent to manage people, to be like the leader of like management position, something like that. CEO, you are able to do that. People will look up to you. And again, you may not know this about yourself. That's the whole key of this reading. So yeah, I feel like you practically, you have the ability to take something that is not working and bring it back to life again. And again, you have leadership abilities. People will look up to you, especially when you keep it very structured and conventional, as a card says. That is true with the Hierophant. So when you can still be a little, innovative and all of those things, absolutely. But as long as it stays with a place, like you have an ability to keep people structured, even if, again, they're being a little innovative or you're being a little innovative, the structure is important. You're very good at that. Okay, so more on a deeper level and a spiritual level. So you innately, or not innately, like deep down, you guys have the ability, I feel, this lifetime to complete something that is a major ascension for you. Okay, so like if we are going with the kind of past life and we're going to have more life theory, okay, then I feel like this is a lifetime that you can really make a lot of progress. And I also feel like you have the blessing around you. You've done a lot of work in past lives, and this is absolutely like you have a wake up call here to really complete a cycle and like move up a notch on the totem pole, if you will. So possibly getting yourself into a much better kind of situation next life, or a different dimension next life. That's a little step above. Okay. And it would be this lifetime is like, you may not know this, but you may be making enormous progress in this lifetime, because again, these are things that we don't know. Now you may know that a little bit deep down, but it's not something that you're really like aware of. That's what the theme of tonight is. So absolutely make great strides in this lifetime. Make good judgment calls in this lifetime. Really, really pay attention to your discernment. Do not waste and fritter time away on television and this or that, or dramas and things like that. This is a lifetime to really start honing in on your judgment calls about things. Absolutely. Meditation could really like kind of seal the deal for you. So that's for some of you. Not everybody's going to take to meditation, but that is definitely a fast track way to get to cover a lot of higher ground, for sure. This is not the kind of like, and I don't want to be offensive, okay, when I say this, because it's not that I'm against that thing, because I love that kind of stuff too, but this is not like the kind of like hippie kind of spirituality here, where and again, like I'm not being offended, but like where sometimes we get we like, sometimes some of us maybe like a lot of like books, like possibly about like angels, or we like books about astrology or tarot, or fun things like that, or channeling, and like all those like kind of cool, kind of interesting metaphysics and things like that. And I am not, please understand, I'm not putting those things down, because I mean those things are amazing and they are fun and they make life way more interesting and they really expand our mind and they're beautiful. Okay. But this is more about getting like a little bit more hardcore in where you're going with your spirituality. Not boot camp, anything like that, but kind of boot camp with yourself. So like if you do find yourself, you're very interested in things like that, you're very interested in metaphysical type subject matter and things, perhaps go deeper, possibly again like study some of the Eastern philosophies, or whatever kind of or even Western, whatever like kind of feels right. Like you'll know when it's right, is just what I can say here. But I feel like you guys can make great progress, spiritual progress in this lifetime, like big time. I mean, my God, it's a judgment card in Hierophant. So this is like absolutely completing something, making a very big stride in something, and basically, moving up the ranks. I really feel. Okay, so going back to, if I'm trying to see if there's anything more about practicality with this. Let's see. What did you have at the bottom? Oh yeah, you had Knight of Pentacles. Oh, and that's funny, practical. Okay. Okay, entrepreneur. So this could be something that's missing for some of you. So possibly some of you have this ability already, and this could be a little bit, I don't think so. I don't think you're missing this. I think this is going to be your next life. Honestly, I'm really getting that. I feel like your next life is going to be all about being an entrepreneur. Like you're going to have big, big visions, is what I am seeing. Let's see, what do we have here? Yeah, look at the next card. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like your next life, you are going to be. Yeah, I know that doesn't sound fun. It's the next life. I mean, maybe you are in this life too, but like next life, it's going to be more about business. It's going to be more about you are going to probably, yeah, be like, I was just going to say that, and the word is on here, be a financial tycoon. Or I don't know what is that a male term or a female term? I don't know. Is there a female term or is it just tycoon? Say male or female, and though most likely next life you will be a male. That's what I'm seeing, and I feel like you are going to conquer the spiritual this lifetime, I feel, and your next lifetime you are going to conquer the material. Yeah, I'm not surprised to see the 3 of Cups next, because you're integrating like the Trinity here. So very, very cool reading, Cancers. So yeah, I feel like you guys, basically, again, as far as practical things, you have the ability to. Now, if you're this already, this may be the opposite, okay? So it's like, then next lifetime you are going to be a spiritual giant, okay? So like if you're already this energy now, King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, financial tycoon, all that sort of, you was super, entrepreneur, and then you become an established, person, then this could be indicating that this is either something deep down within you that you were unaware of, and this is probably what you will be next life, but you can start doing this life. Okay, so it could go either or in that direction, but I would say, again, just practicality wise, you guys just have a great talent for bringing things back from the edge, and bringing things back to life. Now, it would be easy to go with like Reiki or something like that, and for some of you, you may be talented at that. I'm not really getting that type of work here, though. This is on a different way. Again, I feel like it's more based in some sort of traditional religion, or something more like, I'm getting, again, heavy Western religion, heavy Eastern religion. So either or, is what I'm getting. But something that comes from a more structured religion, rather than like what I was saying was like more of a, and again, I don't mean to say that it's hippie-ish, but it's like, it's the best word I can think of to show the differential, between like, like a hardcore Catholicism and like, the ascended masters. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's what I'm saying. Like there's a difference, and I'm not saying one is right or not, but there is a talent here that is not known. Like you've probably been some sort of high priest or something, or high priestess before in a life, but more, not really like a high priest or high priestess in the term of like magi, or but more like in a structured religion. But this is about using that knowledge and using it to have a final completion so that you move to the next level. Very interesting. All right. So let's see. Let's go to Cancers. Leo. Okay, Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is hidden within you? What is hidden within you, please? That you may not be aware of, that can help you individually and also be of benefit to the collective. What is the power within Leos watching this video, please, that they may be somewhat unaware of or completely unaware of? Hidden deep within. Thank you, Leos. Okay. The 2 of Wands. Ooh, I like it. Yeah, vision. 2 of Wands. Okay. Sociable, chatty? Really? The Queen of Swords? I don't see that. Interesting. Let's see. Interesting words they put on here. But maybe, yeah, air. Okay. So again, these messages, they're not supposed to be about like things that are super deep or anything like that, but just maybe they are, but then sometimes they're just more about like practical things or talents that we may have within. So I would say with this, okay, so the Two of Wands, I feel like you are able to, when you put your mind to it, I feel like you are able to make good choices and good decisions when you really follow your motivation. Okay, so some of you have an ability to see like a need in the world. So you, in other words, you see like something that's missing or a gap that could be filled. Like you have the ability to see that. So you have like the, you're visionary in that way. Like you see where a need, where there's something that needs to be filled. What is that? There's a term for that in business. Supply and demand, something like, I can't think of the right terminology, but you see that there's like a need and you are able to, you are actually able to make that happen. However, I feel like you have, for many of you, it's about, yeah, and that makes sense, that you need to achieve that with a partner. Okay, so it's like you have the vision, you see the need that needs to be filled. You need to trust your motivation. And I feel like you can make things happen. Like you could make things happen in a very big way, but I do feel like you need to work with someone else. Like I feel like you need to not try to do it on your own as much. You need to allow like good intelligent input, that someone else may have. And not because you don't it's like I just feel like there, because you're obviously, you're intelligent enough, you see, you're good, you see these things, you can see kind of like into the future is what I'm kind of getting here. Like you see like what will need to be on this earth, and like you have a good idea of that. But I do feel like there's a sense of not wanting to work with others for many of you, and I feel like that's actually, you can. Don't get caught up in losing momentum though. It's a delicate line for you is what I see. I feel like partnership is a very good thing for you, but I also think that you can easily get distracted with that as well. So but you have a talent for this, like you absolutely do. So you probably have very good ideas. You could even be somewhat of like an inventor type. It doesn't have to be, an actual like device or tangible thing that you are inventing. And especially these days, it may be something more of inventing a service or a website that is a service. That there's a need for this. So you are extremely visionary. And I feel like some of you kind of know this, but like this is saying like really know this. And again, I do feel to like it's a fine line. Know the difference. I feel like this could be a lifetime where you are learning the difference of who to trust and who not to trust, and as far as these things. So, and also, I feel like you are learning not to get caught up in getting distracted from your goal. Because I feel like many of you may know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't feel like this one's too hidden. Like I feel like you guys know this about yourselves already. I feel like you do have good ideas, and possibly you've already had one or two like amazing ideas in your life. So maybe you've executed them. If so, fantastic. That you are definitely on the right track. Others of you, you may have gotten distracted by other things. And some of you may have only thought about it. So you didn't get a partner, or you didn't look for like a loan, or you didn't look for those things. And so possibly you're going to see your idea developed, or maybe you already have. So yeah, I do feel like this is a really great talent of yours that you are able to see these things. Also, too, for some of you, I feel, with the king or the queen of swords, because it's not necessarily like a negative. I was putting those together in that way. But for others of you too, I would say with the queen of swords at the bottom of the deck, that it's like you do have like a very a real good hidden talent in. I feel like a cutting humor, basically, and via, like, it's the Queen of Swords. So anything to do with communication. So writing, you may be really good writers. But again, this is for the collective also. So I feel like there's a responsibility. There's a responsibility with the Queen also. There's a responsibility to, when we are working with the collective, in a sense. I mean, kind of. I don't feel like you want to monitor yourself or tone anything. I don't feel that, because I mean, truth is power. So whoever you are, be who you are. But I feel like some of you have a real good hidden talent of, through this sort of, writing or communication. Hell, it could even, sociable, social media, what have you. I feel like you have a great talent to entertain in that sense. Okay, by your, again, I'm getting like cutting type wit. All right, yeah, and cutting is here, maybe that's why I'm getting that. But also too with like a wisdom, because the Queen of Swords did not get to be the Queen of Swords by just having cutting wisdom. They are also very strategic. They are also they lay things on the line, from their wisdom that they have garnered and gleaned, through their lives. So many of you have a hidden talent for writing or communication in some way. And others of you, you really have good ideas, but you either, I feel like you have the ability to partner with others, but you may not do that, or you may not realize that. You may think, oh no, I don't want to partner with anyone, because then I won't make as much money, or I won't like them being in control of this, or what have you. But I feel like that is something that you actually would surprise yourself you would be good with, and you could do very, very well. Some of you might be good at helping others plan for their vision and future and things like that also. Okay, cool. Leo. All right. Let's see. Virgo. Virgos. What do we have for Virgos? What may be their sort of hidden type talent within, deep within? Something that they may only be slightly aware of or completely unaware of, that would be useful for them and also beneficial for the collective. Something that is kind of eluded them, but they kind of know it's there but don't know what it is. What is that for the Virgos watching, please? Virgos. The thinker. Ooh. All right, King of Swords. Interesting. Oof. Opus. Look at that. Writing. Writing is huge. Okay, here's what I'm getting. All right, the first thing that came to mind when I turned that around and saw the World card. There's going to be a few things, but I would say mostly Virgos, that you may have like a hidden talent for writing, but not necessarily, and please, like, if you are a creative writer, I'm not saying, oh my gosh, no, you're in the wrong game. No, if you're a creative writer, keep writing creatively. That's great. But I see this as more as you have a really, really great talent, hidden talent for writing in a very clear way that can reach like vast, like things. So social commentary, I'll say it that, yeah, that's, I was trying, I was, the words were eluding me. So I feel like you have a fantastic talent for articulating very fair and just and very logical ways of, like, opinions and social commentary that could really open up things for people, for yourself also. So in other words, I feel like you have like a great skill at social commentary, and I feel like most of you probably have no idea you have this. All right, for others, the King of Swords. I mean, the King of Swords is a great businessman, also a great writer in any way. Okay. Thinker, I just keep seeing that word too. Yeah, you have great ideas. You have exactly. Yeah, rational thinker. I just see social commentary. Honestly, that is the biggest thing that is, it's like coming through very strong. So there's probably there is tons of other things this could be, but that is really what I'm getting the heaviest. Especially, on the world in general. I feel like you have an opus like inside of you. Like you have like once you started writing this, I feel like you just couldn't stop. I feel like you would just keep writing and writing and writing and writing. Okay, I'm just kind of getting that. So I don't know. I mean, maybe some sort of social commentary blog would be good for you guys to start, or hell, write a book, write some articles, submit some articles. If just try it, is what I would say. It may be something, and if it doesn't, if it doesn't come to you or you're not digging it, well, it's a general reading. Maybe, it might be, but if there's something that's ringing some bells in there, I highly feel like you should. And it's really interesting. I was just talking to a couple people. I was telling them about this. I watched here on YouTube. I watched a little. It wasn't a documentary by any stretch of the means. It was just a little 10-minute video, quite frankly. But it was on Bukowski, Charles Bukowski, the writer. And I never, I love Bukowski. I've read, some of it. I don't know, some of his material, not a ton, but I've read him. I lived in LA, so of course, but I never knew that he started he wasn't really considered a professional writer until his 50s, but he had been writing for a very long time, in his 20s. I mean, since he was very young, possibly even younger than that. I don't recall, but he wasn't he really didn't hit with anything in a more professional sense of that until his 50s. He worked for the post office for a good deal of his life. So I'm almost kind of getting here. It's funny that that came to mind too, that some of you have this insane talent that you did not even realize you had. And maybe it is creative writing. It could be creative writing, but I didn't get that. As soon as I turned that world card over, that social commentary came out. Okay, so I'll stop harping on that. Let's see. Anything else? Anything to do with legalities, business, leadership, pragmatism? Yeah, absolutely. Those types of things are a talent for you, and it's a king. So it's like a very strong talent within you. I'm not really picking up on anything else except for that one thing I said. So, if that doesn't really feel right for you, you can always Google this card, King of Swords, and see, what they may, what kind of keywords come up with the King of Swords that might trigger something for you. But that is really the only thing I am getting super strong. And again, the King of Swords, it can represent legalities, technical writing, technical skills, leadership, doctors. It can be a health professional, law enforcement, lots of different things. So, but that's the only thing I got was that other thing. So I'm just going to kind of leave that there because I think that's for somebody out there. Okay. All right. So Libra. Libras. All right, Libras. Libras with the shouldering those scales in the middle of the zodiac. All right. All about inner, all about outer. So this should be interesting. What do we got for Libras? What is their hidden talent that or hidden ability that they may not even know they have? Maybe they have an inkling, but mostly for the most part, they don't really realize they have this. And it is something that can help them individually and also be brought out in a good way for the collective as well. So what is Libras? Libras, kind of hidden ability here. Libras, please. Libras. Ooh, I like this. All right. The Knight of Cups. Some of you have insane artistic ability. Absolutely. Because that's a word that really sticks out to me. Okay, so let me see. What do we got here? Wealth, inheritance, property. Oh, it's 10 of Pentacles. Whew. Okay. Oh, I like this. All right, so some of you have the ability to, build a legacy with the 10 of Pentacles there, for sure. So I feel like you have some sort of talent that has something to do with romanticism. So again, some of you, I am getting writing for some of you. Also, again, possibly romance. All right, romance novels. And maybe you're going, no. But again, these are talents that you may have that you're not aware of that maybe worth taking a look at, and again can be good for the collective. So do I think romance novels really add to the collective? Well, it depends, because the thing is, you're a Libra, so you're not just going to write some boring ass romance novel that's it's going to be interesting, it's going to be cerebral. I don't feel like you're just going to write the same old thing. So I feel like some of you could be very good at that, because Knight of Cups to me is not a writing card. It's not like, oh, you're a writer, right? But for some reason, I am getting that. I'm getting writing. Okay. Like a series. Some of you could create like a series that, like a new kind of romance novel. Okay, there you go. I'm giving you guys an idea there. Others of you, with the artistic, that's really sticking out to me too. So, But the colors are interesting to me. Yeah, because they're just like kind of different than the rest of the cards. They're like this beautiful kind of soft pastel kind of thing going. So let's see. Some of you might also have a hidden talent for selling art. Or also the weird, I'm getting like weird thing, this is odd too, like dressing people. Some of you may have a insane ability to dress people, and like those like personal shoppers or stylists, personal stylist. I'm getting that as well. That might be like a really, really strong talent of yours. And that, that can be a very beautiful thing. Again, these aren't necessarily deep as, the deepest messages, for all these. These are more sort of just hidden talents or things that maybe we don't realize that we have that could be something that would give us some sort of individual satisfaction. There's something, and, and of course it's easy to go that way, with Libra and Venus and things like that, and decorating, and that kind of deal. But I am really getting that especially like styling people, hair, also. And please, like some people go, oh, that's boring, or no, it's a beautiful service. I just got my hair cut today, and I am not even kidding, like so grateful. She was my stylist before when I lived here, and I was like, oh my god, thank god I found you, because it's like it can mean a lot to people. I mean, especially like somebody like me with like crazy, ridiculous curly hair that can never find anybody to cut it. And it's like, my God, this girl, she's a wizard with hair, and just gave me, she's like, she's the only one who can cut my hair. So that's a beautiful thing to give to people. So I'm actually getting like, yeah, like beauty, stylist, styling people, really like high end though. Like I'm really getting high end for you. So, like, if you happen to be like a beautician, or like a hairstylist or something like that, and let's say, you're watching and you work in like an okay salon or something like that, this is saying, ooh, you don't realize, like, you could like make major, like, like you might be able to like get jobs with the studios or like with film or TV or, something like high end clientele. I'm really getting that for some of you. And it could, it could be in any field that has to do with styling someone or their home or their horse, with their pets. No, I'm just kidding. But like really, anything like that. I feel like you have just like an amazing talent, because I'm just looking. The colors are just so beautiful on this particular card. The way that they just blend. So you have a way about you, and most that is a Libra trait. So, but you may think that, oh, maybe you missed the boat on that trait. No, I do not think you did. I think you have that trait deep down. So let's see. Others of you, let's see, what was under here? Oh yeah, the Ten of Pentacles. So I would say you may have a hidden talent for spotting properties that could really make you money. You might have a really good sense of investment for property. Maybe for others, maybe you are good at that for others. Maybe you can spot properties for others. Maybe it's like okay for yourself, you're not that great at it, but maybe for others you are able to guide them towards wealth or picking the right property for some reason. Like maybe you're just really good at that, and in turn that would be benefiting you, because I would imagine then you would be able to charge for that service. So that would be good too. Yeah, because I'm kind of getting that there's something that you're not good at with yourself, but like you are good at for others. So use that to your ability then. So it may not have worked for you, but you have the ability to lead others for some reason, and that's usually not the way that stuff works, but I am getting that very strongly. All right, that's what I got for Libra. I get really like just artistic, and that word. And it's not just because that word is there. It's just that's what I'm getting for you. Things that have like beauty. And look at the purple, the royalty. Mm-hmm. Nice. I like that. That's just good vibe from that. Okay. What do we got for? Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio, please? Scorpio. What about Scorpios out there? Scorpios. Scorpios. What is their hidden deep kind of talent or something that they are unbeknownst to them possibly very good at that could really help them individually, but that could also be very helpful to the collective as well. So something that's kind of hidden from them. Maybe they know it a little bit, but they don't really fully know it. Scorpios, please. And the deeper recesses. The ones that Scorpios haven't gone to. Okay, what do we have? Scorpio. Okay. Ooh, the Lover's card. Mm-hmm. chemistry. See, I always see the Lover's card as extremely metaphysical. Um, wow. That is really effing cool, Scorpio. The Fool card at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so some of you are able to, I'm getting law of attraction. Okay, so many of you are able to bring harmony into your life by the law of attraction. So yeah, so definitely study that really deeper than Abraham Hicks. Like really, really, and I'm not knocking Abraham because I like Abraham Hicks videos and things like that. They are extremely helpful, but study it deeper, much deeper. Like sit with that. Like really, like really learn about the law of attraction, magnetism, sending out, receiving. I feel many of you too, like you are good at relationships. And you're probably like laughing your ass off going, yeah, right, But again, these are like hidden things that you may not know about yourself. So it's like, I do feel like you have the ability to attract in a partner exactly like what you need. Okay, so now again, I hear the Scorpios. I hear them in my head going, oh well, if that's what I needed. But again, this isn't about that's attitude is everything. So if we're going to look at things that way, that's not the right attitude. So I'm really seeing this as being like a talent in a way. How does this benefit the collective? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Some of you may be insanely good matchmakers, quite frankly, so possibly that. What was your card? The Fool. Okay. Okay, now I think it's more by your ability to bring, like you're okay. Here's what I'm saying. You could have like some sort of really fantastic relationship that could bring a lot of harmony into your life and into your partner's life. And in turn, it's like I feel like by that example, it's like you're setting the example. Like you know how to really keep like chemistry in a relationship. Okay, this is another thing too. You may be able to pinpoint that in others. Okay, so this could even be in terms of possibly possibly like a what do you call it, like a relationship therapist or something like that. Possibly like you may be able to pinpoint like where like the chemistry needs to come back into balance. So you may have a talent for that, like bringing couples back into balance. All right, so that is something too. And not losing their individuality at the same time. So you may be able to have a talent for that. Because I kind of see this like angel like going, ta-da, like, oh, I got you two together. It's like, so it's like not necessarily matchmaking, I feel, but it's like you may have like a really like innate talent for, I just kind of see this, like that's used to, ta-da, bringing people together or back together or, something like that, or pointing out again, like if how to bring the harmony into relationships. So some of you have a real talent for that. I'm also, what am I getting? I'm getting something else though. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Let me look at the Fool card for a second. Sometimes that may like jog something here. Yeah, some of you have the ability to take things to new heights, new territories. I feel some of you too are going to be like you have a deep understanding of, I don't know, I'm getting but in the future. In the future, I'm getting that you guys will have some sort of skill. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm trying to really get this. No, I just keep saying the same thing. I think it's bringing people together. I really do. So I don't know. I think you have a hidden skill to bring people together, uh, romantically. Some of you have the ability to, again, like solve things between two people and bring harmony, but I really am getting matchmaker vibes. It's just such a, like, I'm not really getting much more from that. I wish I was getting more for you because, you're a Scorpio and I want to give you some, like, cool, deep shit. But maybe you're your own, you may be picking up on other things that I am not. Many of you, yeah, also too, you have this talent of remaining your individual self within a relationship. So if you find yourself, Scorpio, that you lose yourself in relationships, okay, or that you lose yourself because you want to keep the harmony or you want to keep the peace, if you find yourself in those positions, like now, or those have that been your relationships, I feel like there's part of you that you have this like actual skill that you're not realizing. Okay, that is because I feel like the universe wants you to be in a relationship, but they also really need you to maintain your independence, and I feel like you have the ability to do that. I just feel like you have an ability to bring new perspectives to how relationships work. Okay, there it is. Thank you. It took like forever to get there, but that's what I was trying to get earlier because I was looking at this like chemist, and it says chemistry, but I was seeing chemist. And like so it's like that's what it is. And that when I was saying something about the future, like I feel like some of you are going to, like you have a talent for, or you. I don't think it's developed yet. I think it's going to come to you in the future that you are going to be able to see like some kind of new way of looking at physical relationships, and not just you individually, but on a collective level. I am getting that pretty strong. That it's groundbreaking. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting that some of you have groundbreaking type energy within you. That is like that people hadn't considered before. Now, I mean, there's nothing new under the sun and all that, sure, but there's something about possibly the way that you bring it in, Scorpio, that you have a talent for, or something that is going to appear groundbreaking. All right, so I do see that, and I sense it's on a pretty decent level. Is what I'm getting as well. Like it's new territory. It's new territory for you. Yeah. So interesting. Okay. And then the other thing I was saying is, yeah, I do feel like some of you maybe like you may have like talent in chemistry, and by that I'm not talking about sexual chemistry. I'm talking about like actual chemistry. So yeah, some of you may have like a hidden talent in that you're not aware of. And then others of you, again, I feel like that you have an ability to bring people together and bring harmony to relationships in some way. Maybe not your own, I don't know, maybe, but like with others. Like I just feel like you're this matchmaker up here going, again, ta-da, and like, look what I've done. I've brought you two together, So it's like I really kind of feel like you have this ability to bring two people like together and match them in some way. Okay. All right. Let's. Oh no, that's not the one. There we go. That's the one to put down. All right, Sagittarius. What do we have for you, Sagittarius? Sagittarius. What is a Sagittarius? Sagittarians' deeper sort of latent kind of talent that they may or may not be aware of, but something mostly that they're not really super aware of, and could really benefit them individually and also collectively. Sagittarius, please. Deep down, deep down, deep down. Okay. Woo. Oh. Look at that. Wants to come out, but isn't sure. Okay. Ooh, nice. All right. So it was like kind of there, kind of not. All right. We'll go with it. All right, Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Oh, I like it. Okay, I'm getting where this is going. Okay. Independent, comfortable, flourishing. I like it. Ease, thrive. Okay. Um, in a sense, kind of similar to Libras, but a little bit different. I feel like you guys have this hidden talent or um, more talent than you realize to help, like, well, you can do this yourself, okay, but it also would spill out into the collective. Like, I believe that you guys have a really strong talent of helping um, people reinvent themselves, um, confidence, especially after traumas or devastation, or like it says up here, things like that. um yeah, and ease, I'm getting that. So like some of you, like, this could come extremely natural and extremely easy to you if this is something that you explored. So I do feel like you have the ability to ease people with for their traumas, and not in a placating way whatsoever. I feel it's because of your independence, because you are, like, you put people at ease. All right, so you may have more of a talent of this that you're not recognizing. Okay. Um, you know what, you know what else too? I'm getting like strong Isis vibes here. Strong Isis vibes. So like I feel also too, or like the Bardos, or like where people help. Okay, so I know this doesn't sound fun by any stretch of the means. Okay, but there's something about you I feel that is like that can help people cross over, and it's like nothing to you. It does not take an energy toll. It doesn't take like where that might be with like let's say like a cancer, sun sign cancer or something like that, where it's going to take an energy toll. um like you have this ability to like help people on, like, okay, mediumship. All right, mediumship may be huge for you. You may have a very strong ability for that, a hidden talent for mediumship. You But more than that, because that's interesting and all that, but more than that, I feel like you have like the ability to help people, um like if they've passed this life, like if they're passing away in this lifetime, like you are able to ease their passageway towards like the next, through the travel, like what they call, like the I don't know if you guys have ever heard of like the Bardos. So it's like, and I don't want to pretend as if I'm super astute on this or anything, but I just remember reading something about it in the Tibetan Book of the Dead. So it's basically like when someone passes away, then there's like believed to be like all these different steps that one has to travel through, to get to the higher journey or the higher plane, right? So it's like, and they're called the Bardos. So it's like there will be like Tibetan like monks or shaman or something. Again, I'm not sure the articulates or details or what have you, particulates, but they that will actually sit in meditation and guide this person, that's passed, that's already in a different, different path, and they will guide them through the Bardos with their strength, with their energy, their power. Okay, so I know that sounds really odd, but it's like some of you have a hidden talent to do that. You have the ability, like, and like Isis was like, the reason I said Isis vibes is because what is it, like, oh, like, I think she was the guardian of like children and pets and something like that. But I don't like you have the ability to like protect is what I'm getting. And you may not know that. And you definitely have the ability to guide one's like passing and journey, and you may also give comfort to others like who are in that position. But again, I don't feel this is in a big energy draining kind of way. Like I don't feel like this is in like a like, oh my god, because of you're such, you're so empathetic. I'm not getting that. And not that maybe you are, but I'm not really getting that it's not that way. Because again, this is like in a very regal way, or very it's like ease for you. Like it's not an issue. You can do this, and it's not a problem. So it kind of a weird, I don't know where the hell I was going with that Sagittarius, but that's what I got. So let's look a little more practical. I would say absolutely, many of you, just being the Nine of Pentacles card, tarot card that it is, many of you have a talent for beauty, bringing beautiful things to others. Like I was saying, akin to a sort of Libra's reading in a little bit different way. Like you may be very, whereas the Libra I saw more as this like just sort of just flowing kind of beauty. I feel like this would be more like structured beauty. So it like knowing like exactly what high end piece to put in that corner. That type, like a particular talent for that. Okay, so whereas the Libra one was more of like a free flow, just kind of artistic beauty, even though it was on a high end as well. This is more of like having a particular kind of structure, good sense of structure to you, where you can identify like, oh yes, so like as far as like a purveyor, you might be very good at something like that, where of fine antiquities, or finding just the right piece for someone that's looking for I'm looking for a Japanese influenced blah blah blah, and it's like you have the ability to like just pick the right thing. Okay, so I feel like you really have a talent for that, and that could make you a lot of money also, and like really give you a good lifestyle also in a practical way. Others of you could be very good at investing. You could be a very good business person for yourself also. So yeah, that's what I get there. Let's see, you did have the Magician fall out here, but it was kind of stuck. So it's like some of you, you may be very good at magic, quite frankly. Or just kind of reinventing, I'm getting, because yeah, that's where I was going before too. I think you have like a good ability to like reinvent others, like image consultant, something like that too. You may have a great talent at that. Yeah, reinventing others, I feel. But this was stuck kind of in the deck and didn't kind of want to come out. So it's like, I'm kind of like on the fence with that card. And I put it in backwards too. Did not mean to do that. All right. So, but yeah, you're just like, things don't phase you is what I get to, in a good way, not in a like cold, callous kind of way. It's just, I think you just have an ease about you. I feel like that is something that you don't realize that you have. All right, that you can utilize. And this is good in the collective, because that inspires others, because if they see you at ease, then they may be at ease, or they may not be so worried about things or what have you. Yeah. So also, what am I getting there? I'm getting something else. Yeah, also some of you may really have a talent for investing. Yeah, getting that too. Okay. Let's see, Capricorn. Yeah, and that makes sense, right? Speculation, Jupiter. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Okay, Capricorn. So we're looking at hidden things that may be within that you are not aware of, that can be beneficial to you as an individual, but also beneficial as a collective, to the collective. Things that you may not be aware of, that you have like a talent or a skill deep within This should be explored. Capricorn, Capricorn. Oh, interesting. The Five of Pentacles. Ooh, what do we got here? Ooh, the Three of Swords. Interesting. Ooh, where are we going with this? All right. Okay, absolutely, hands down, you guys have the ability to show others the way. You have the ability, you have like some kind of talent within to, in the darkest of places, like you add like some kind of color, some kind of light to the situation, some sort of stability to the situation, even if you can't like totally help someone. It's like just your presence, like just something about you. I feel like this is something you may not realize, but it's like you are like that, like you're the church window. Okay. So it's like you provide like shelter. Okay. Shelter from the storm, right? I also feel like you have the ability to understand like the outcasts. Okay, and that is a Capricorn trait, though, quite frankly. Like you guys can hang out with the, the street kids, and then in wherever, and then hobnob it over at Upper East Side. You know what I'm saying? It's like you guys have that ability as Capricorns. You can kind of do that. So that's not necessarily like a hidden thing, but it may be hidden to you. Okay. So I feel like you have like the ability to provide light for people. It basically, like, you have a talent for this. I feel like some of you could have been like religious people in a past life. Okay. So like you may have studied like a lot of religion in a past life. You may have been like a religious person, like a preacher of some sort, or I don't know what they would have been called back, like way back. I'm thinking more like way back, an anchorite. I don't know. No, but no, I do feel like some of you, yeah, you've probably had some sort of like religious training in a past life. So don't worry that, if you're not religious, like in this life, I feel like this is saying though that you have a talent to pick others up, show them different ways, and that absolutely will benefit the collective. Yeah, you have the ability to help with, honestly, you might make like a good like tarot reader or something like that. It's like you have the ability to see like people's pain and their grief and things like that. And then provide, again, like I'm getting shelter from the storm, the Bob Dylan song. Hang on one second. I need water. Hang on one second. Where is it? I know it's here. There it is. Okay. Wow, I have been doing this whole show and I have not taken a drink of water. That's crazy. Okay. You also have the ability to pull yourself out of situations. So like if you are in like any type of like hardship situation, or you feel like, oh my God, like I don't know if I'm ever gonna, get out of this, or if I'm ever gonna have enough money, things like that, you would be surprised. You have hidden talents that you absolutely are able to do that. But there's a sense too of needing, because I always, I'm looking at the meaning of the card too. I've got to, it's the Five of Pentacles. It's a card of somebody who needs to ask for help. So it's like that, it's like needing to ask. So some of you may have a talent too for knowing who to ask. All right. So you may have like a hidden talent with that too, like more than you know. And that could pay off in ways of like, in business, like you may have like this innate talent of being able to like spot, like let's say there's like a convention or something like that. You may have this ability to, out of everyone that's there at the convention, you will hone in on the one that is the one that's going to help you. So you may have like an ability to do that. So keep that in mind. Like I think you have a very like you may not even know this, but you may have just like a very keen sort of magnetic like you don't even know how you do it, but you just sort of are drawn to the right people at the right time. So that is something that, you know, you could have like deep down inside. And that benefits because again, you know, that if they're the right person for you at the right time, that means you're the right person for them at the right time. But many of you are probably very skilled in helping others to see like the light or see the way, or you know, something along those lines. When people are down and out, you are able to, you know, possibly provide some sort of comfort is what I am getting. I feel like too you understand their you know, their woes or something like that. So this would absolutely make for like a good, you know, if we're again we're going for practical or something like that, therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist, something along those lines. Business advisor, absolutely could be a talent of yours because again, I feel like you're able to pull people out of hardship. Others of you too, you may make again, you know, like great like relationship therapists. You're able to relate to their heartache, their grief, you know, that sort of thing. So basically your talent, you know, I know that doesn't sound fun, but it's like is, you know, relating to, you know, people's hardships, but at the same time like you're able to give them, you know, this shelter from the storm or hope or something along those lines. And it's a hidden talent, like you don't know this about yourself. Okay, so this is more of a hidden one. So like for instance, if you're already like in this position or this work or this kind of line of work, you know, because seriously I can see like I said, a tarot reader or something like that. This would be like a tarot reader, but it's like if you're already in like a tarot reader or something, this may not, you know, because this is something that you don't know about yourself. Okay, that you have the ability to show people the way or the light or, you know, something like another way of doing things to get out of their predicaments. Okay. All right. Let's see. Capricorn. Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. What do we have for you? Hidden talent or skill? Hidden talent or skill? So how about Aquarius, please? So very important sign for the collective, absolutely coming up. But let's see, what about the individual? So Aquarius has an individual. What do they have, the ones watching this video, what do they have that is sort of like a hidden talent or skill that they're not really aware of in its full potential, that could be very beneficial for them individually and also towards the collective as well? Aquarius, please. Ooh, okay, wow, all right. Justice, love it. So many of you have a talent of bringing justice, you know, to a situation. So, I mean, on a practical level, this could be the law. You may be very talented. You could be a talented attorney. You could be a very talented writer as to what is just, what is fair. So I forget, one of the other signs had something very similar where, you know, I suggested writing from like a social commentary place, okay, in order to, you know, like you have a fair way of looking at things, and you may be very good at communicating or writing, some of you. This would absolutely make a good attorney with justice here, or anything to do with law enforcement, possibly with justice. So you could have a hidden talent for that. But anything, I feel like you guys, just anything that, you know, that you feel very passionate about on a social level. Okay. many of you have a hidden talent too for, sorry, I know I didn't finish that thought, but, hold on. Writing songs. I'm getting writing songs. Okay. Some of you are like could make insanely good like social commentary type songs. So so not sparse or I mean you may be good at that too, but it's like I'm getting like social commentary and music. I'm getting the combination of those two things. Maybe very strong a talent for that. Somehow combining both of those things. Graphic arts. Some of you may have like insane talent with graphic arts. And okay, political humor. And I'm not just saying that because you're an Aquarius. It's like that jumped into my mind too. Like you guys might be like really good. And I swear I'm not just saying this because you're an Aquarius, but like so I'm almost getting like almost like some kind of like cartoon, like political satire cartoon, something along those lines. But I know that's been done, before, and probably, it's still being done, and all those things. But there's something about yours that you have a really good talent at that, also. Like, yeah, some of you could develop like like a character that is just like takes off, like and I know nothing, absolutely nothing about political satire, cartoons, or or anime, or like I don't really know anything about anything like that stuff, like cartoons or what have you. But some of you, I feel like you could develop some kind of character that is like really like could take off. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means, oh my god, they're gonna make movies, or if it just means, yeah, you would have like a lot of followers. I don't know, but I'm getting that some of you could be very, very talented at something like that. Okay. And it's a little bit hidden, so but I feel like you kind of do have some an idea like that. All right, so that's just confirmation. Let's see, anything to do with like you have a talent to bring justice, to bring fairness, to bring equilibrium. You have a hidden talent for that. Some of you might be contract writers also. I'm seeing that. You might have a talent for that. Higher education, getting that too. And also cosmic law. So if like, structured type things are not your deal, you have a talent of, so some of you may like, so yeah, if you're not that type of Aquarius too, I would say some of you may have like a talent in balancing cosmic law. So I don't really know what that means. Okay. I don't know like what that translates to. Maybe like Reiki or something like that. Balancing. I don't know. But I'm getting that phrase, so maybe that means something to you. What did you have? Seven of Cups. Yeah, some of you definitely have that ability, cosmic law, to balance cosmic law, a talent. So, but it would have to be like a talent that individually benefits you, and then also collectively. So yeah. And I maybe Reiki, but I'm not really getting like that it's a health, like a physical health related thing. You know what? Oh, that's weird. So I'm almost getting like some of you like can do automatic writing. So look that up if you're not familiar with that. But I feel like, yeah, some of you can do automatic writing and get some kind of like really kick-ass information from that. So try that, because I feel like it's going to give you more on like your talent. Automatic writing. Yeah, try that. Yeah, definitely. Others of you, you absolutely have the ability to manifest. And the thing is, I feel like you do know this, but you don't really know. Like, yeah, you really do. You really do have that ability. Very strongly. And if that's not working for you in your life, then it's because you're so good at it. Because that means then that maybe your mindset is like not that great, and so, like they say, you manifest where your mind is at, or whatever your thoughts are at. But you're probably so good at manifesting that, like, if your life isn't great right now, it's because you do think, again, not trying to say anything terrible, but you may be manifesting like not well. All right. But it's like, yeah, some of you guys, you're just like a magnet to success if you want to be. All right. Like, big time. That's what I see too. Okay. I like that. Go Aquarius. Okay, Pisces. All right, Pisces. What do we have for Pisces? Woo, long night, huh? All right. The Psychedelic Friday. All right, Pisces, what do we have for you? All right, so we are looking at hidden. What may be hidden within you? It's been sort of latent. I think that's the right word. I'm trying to think if that's the right word. Latent? Yeah. Latin? Latent? Okay. Maybe a little dormant, something along those lines. Okay, but something within you that is a talent that you may not be aware of. And it could benefit you individually, but also benefit collectively because of this talent. So what do we have for you, Pisces? It was the Two of Pentacles, but it's like, I don't know. I get the energies when I run my fingers across the cards, so let's go with that. And that wasn't really much of a card anyway. So let's see, Pisces. What do we have for Pisces? What is their hidden? Oops, hidden. Okay, there it is. All right. Wouldn't that be funny? But Two of Pentacles. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Action, speed. Oh, I love it. Results, progress. Oh, that's cool. All right. And look, your card at the bottom of the deck. Wow. All right, very cool. Okay. So some of you, well, there you go. Some of you have a talent in I'm getting weights and measures, and I don't really know what that means. All right, and I don't know why, because this picture has nothing to do with that. So I don't know what that really means. I mean, I know what it means on a, like, kind of philosophical level, but I don't know. Weights and measures, that phrase just came into my head. I don't know why. All right. Sports, for one, absolutely. So some of you may have like some kind of like hidden talent that is very, very athletic. Others of you, I do feel like you have like the ability to go the distance. All right. Like extreme endurance, like more than you realize. And that's does not sound like a Pisces. That sounds to me more like of I don't know, maybe like a fire sign, or yeah, something like that. But it's like, yeah, extreme endurance. Go Pisces. No, in a good way, not in like, oh my God, push yourself to the brink of pain kind of way. I'm not getting that. Like amazing endurance, like amazing strength. Some of you guys, let's see. Okay, I feel like, okay, I get why I'm getting the weights and measures thing. Some of you are able to look at something, and okay, now because I'm looking at these words, and that is kind of hitting. So, and I feel like you're able to, like, it was very similar to one of the other signs. I can't remember who that was that had that ability, but you're able to, like, yeah, I think it was Aries. And that's interesting because you may be Pisces Aries cusp, where you're able to look at something like the weights and yeah, and you're able to weigh something out and measure like the distance, like okay, can this go the distance? Will it go? Like, you're very good at that. I'm getting, oh, what's that word? Sorry, too many things. The the people who like plot like land or whatever. I forget what that's called. Like some of you may be very, very good at that. Um, like boundaries with land. And I don't, I'm sorry, I can't think of the actual name for that. You might have a real talent for that. But anyway, getting back to the other, that, because that just popped into my head, like you are able to, yeah, really like know like what is going to be, like you know the results of something, you know what the progress of something is going to be ahead of time. Like you have like a talent for this. You can project the future in a sense. Like you know where something's going before it even gets there. And like I see this more in terms, I don't know about if this is in your own life again, but they're like with like business or with trends, especially trends. I'm getting that like you guys have like an amazing like ability to predict trends. Now that can be in a very structured kind of business type of way, like working with like numbers and statistics and things like that, or it can be in just a very intuitive way. Either or I feel like could go here. So I do feel like you have an insane talent for that, like strong talent for that, many of you. So yeah, that might be something that is hidden that you don't realize. Like you might be good at like planning things out and think, oh yeah, well that could be. But like you are like insanely good is what I'm getting at this. Like you could really like help, and that would be like individually it would benefit you because you'd be able to see the trends, or be able to project the future in like a financial way. But not only that is like you can help that collectively, obviously. So yeah, big time on that. Others of you, let's see. I think you are able to communicate in a very fun way, enlightenment. So some of you have a way of like you have a hidden talent that you could really like show people how to be enlightened in a different way. So not in like the deep way, like, okay, let's do this deep shadow work and then let's do this, and it's like you have like a fun way of like doing shadow work or so, or like you have a talent for showing people that, like making it fun somehow. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like but it is like you do have a talent for that. I like that. That's kind of neat. And it may be through so if this may be something, this could be through some sort of sport. So combining those two, see, this is a good show to watch, man. I'm giving you guys gold here. Some kind of like a sport or something like. Not that that hasn't, of course that's been done. I'm sure like dance your problems away or something like that. I'm not, but I'm getting like more like little groups, like taking groups out, kind of thing. But like really, like it's weird and it's different. It's different than like the trust building exercises. Like it's like way different. Like crazy fun, different. Like and because you make it that way, you have a talent for that. Also, I'm getting a lot of different things. Like so, you probably have a lot of hidden talents that you are not really exploiting within yourself or exploring within yourself. Anything else? Let's see. I'm getting to like super talented, some of you at like paint jobs on cars. All right, I don't know why I'm seeing that, but I'm seeing like badass like kind of like paint jobs. Like on car, how they do, they, like that show that used to be around in the early 2000s. I don't know, where they'd take a car and like put like kick-ass, it was on MTV. I don't remember the name of it, but like that kind of thing. Like some of you are very good at that. So like almost like yeah, I don't know if graffiti art is kind of out, but kind of like that. I'm kind of getting that you could be good at that. Have a talent for like cars. Okay. And I get like kind of like 50s kind of vibe from that, like 1950s kind of vibe. So that would probably, I don't know if that's gonna hit for somebody, but others of you, again, I want to get back to this because I really think this is the. I just want to reiterate this one because that's the one I want to leave on. Is again, I really feel like you guys have a talent to really show people a different perspective spiritually by something fun. And it's like a really good talent of yours that could like probably make you money and also be very good for like the collective. So it's good for you, your stability and your security, but it's also good for the collective, like very good for the collective. Okay. And you have a talent for that. Absolutely. And it's funny, like really funny. Like I just keep getting funny. Like, oh my God, I can't believe that. Like it's just so like over the top funny. And it could even be dry humor. That's fine, but there's just something about that you guys are like really funny somewhere inside. Okay, that's what I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's Psychedelic Friday. The next one will be not next week, but the following week. We do them every other Friday, so check it out. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining. I hope you guys had fun looking at the pretty picture. And my purple hands. Purple whatever hands. All right. You want to see the rest of the picture? It's kind of cool. There. Look at that. All right, guys. Good night. Have a good night. And thank you. Bye.